Hi, it's Mary. I hope that you are doing well. So you know that I enjoy being out in nature, and you know I like to create things. I also like to bring nature inside. So today we are going to create something that combines weaving with nature. So the first thing I did was that I went for a walk. And while I was walking, I looked along the woods and along the road for branches that had fallen. And I was looking for a branch that was forked, and I found this one. So the reason that the branch needs to be forked is that we're going to do a weaving, and we're going to use this to make our weaving on. So we're going to put crochet yarn on it and then weave through the crochet yarn. So I'll show you what other items we need. So we have our branch. I've also got a bamboo skewer that I'm going to use to help me with the weaving project. A pair of scissors and yarn. I have 2 different colors. You can use as many as you like. And crochet yarn. And the crochet yarn is going to be what we use to crochet the other yarns through. I'm going to quick measure how much crochet yarn we need by just going through and kind of planning in advance what it's going to be like. So I think that's enough. We'll cut it there. So I'm going to attach it more securely. And since this is the bigger end, that's going to be my bottom. But I'm going to turn this over so I can securely attach the crochet yarn, and I'm just going to, instead of tying a regular knot, I loop it like a regular knot, I push it through like we would on a regular knot, then I push it through one more time. So I'm going to go from the top, I'm going to go over that front part, around the front up here. I'm going to go around just to secure that a little more. And then under, over. On the tops, I'm going to kind of anchor that twice. And then I'm going to tie the same kind of knot down here. Alright. If you really wanted to make this more secure, you could glue those in place and wait while that dried to start your project. I'm going to get some yarn and we'll get started. I'm using blue and green because those are 2 colors you see a lot in the woods. And I'm going to start with the blue. I cut it off of the big spool of yarn just to make it easier to work with. And to get started, I'm just going to feed that through a little bit. And this is basically where I'm starting. This is just to anchor it down. And in a little while, I'll just tie that to secure it with one of the other pieces. And I'm going to prop that up a little, but we're just going over and under and over and under. We're going over, then under, over, under, over. Pull that all through. So when we come to this end, we're just going to go around. So we were over that one, we'll go under. So under, over, under, over, under. And pull it all through. And now we're going to, since we were under on that one, we'll be over on that one this time. So over, under, over, under, over. Push it down. You can also feed the bamboo skewer through if you are using one and use that to push it down. Or just push it down like that. So we will go again. And again, since we were over there, it'll be under this time. So under, over, under, over, under. And since we were under there, we'll go over there that time. So I'm going to keep weaving through there, and I'll be back in a little bit. So, at point, I think I've gone as much with the blue as I want to. So I'm just going to go one more time through to the end, down, and I'm going to start with the green. But to do that, I'm actually going to go back here and tie them together. And then that will secure them. And the knot will be far enough back that you won't really see it from the top. So now I am going to start with weaving the green, and I'm going to go continue the same pattern. So over, under, over, under, and over. And we're just going to continue for the next row. So you might wonder what I'm going to do when I get to the point where I don't have any more room there. And what I'm going to do is just shift over and start using the next one, that one, as my end point. And if you wanted, you could get a tapestry needle and use that for your weaving. So it's just a large, blunt tipped needle with a large eye, so that the yarn will go through the eye, and then it's easier to feed into the yarn because you have that metal needle. I like the feel of the yarn with my fingers, so I'm not using the tapestry needle, but definitely if you wanted to, that's a good option as well. So now here, I'm just going to drop out of that and use this as my first one. I'm going to hold that because I don't want to destroy that piece. And I'm using the tin just to hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. You don't need to hold it up. You can hold it on your lap to do this. You can leave it flat on the table. And I really like these colors that I've chosen because they completely remind me of the woods. We live along a river, so we've got the blue of the river, we've got the green of the trees in the woods. So this is just really going to remind me of home. Going around that one to go under, then over, under, I'm going to push that down a little bit so I see exactly how much room I have left. And I am going fast just so you can see the whole process. Normally when I do weaving, I don't go that fast because I do very much enjoy the whole process. And when you rush, you kind of start making mistakes that you might not have made if you weren't rushing. So you do want to be careful not to do that. Okay, I'm going to push this down and see exactly where I am. And in my opinion, I've gone high enough on that one. So this will be my end one now. And when I pick pieces of wood for this project, branches, I like to get ones that are interesting. Like the lichens that are on it, I very much like the pieces of branch that have lichens on them. If they're twisted, that's cool. Anything that makes them look individual and original would be something I really like. When you are making these for you, you should find pieces of wood that you are drawn to and call your attention. And through, we're going to turn that over. I'm going to tie that off. So actually, I think I'm just going to go cut that, cutting a little bigger. Cutting bigger is better than cutting smaller. I'm just going to go back here. Actually, I'll go down one more. I'll pick one of these down here, just pull it up, tuck that under, probably just grab that one from over there, tie those together, trim that one, and there we are, our finished weaving. So I did 2 weavings today and I wanted to show them both to you. This is the one I did earlier today. So it's the same basic color scheme. And then this is the one I just did with you now. So I hope that you enjoyed weaving with me today. We will do one more weaving project at least in the upcoming weeks. I hope that you take an opportunity to take a walk in the woods, find a branch, make this weaving, and bring nature into your house. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Until then, I hope you enjoy whatever you create. Thank you.